Welcome to the podcast,
Okay.
Raleigh. How are you today?
Very good. Thank you for asking me. Hope you're well too.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm doing great. It's early in the morning here, and podcast days are the best. I get to wake up, have my coffee, get everything. You can see the studio's all set up. So I'm excited to talk about this topic because I think, your story is very unique, and I would love to just get into understanding how you've blended your creativity, art, raising a family with Bitcoin. And specifically, creativity is just a topic that I've been very gung ho about for many years, and now connecting it into Bitcoin and seeing how that plays out in my own life over time. I just want to spread the word that we are all born creative. So, with that, could you just give us a brief background on who you are, where you are in the world, and maybe just start with your orange pill story because this is We Are Satoshi podcast.
Right. Yeah. Pilling. This is very good questions actually. So I didn't start it with Bitcoin as most of the people, and I started with Ethereum. So and I didn't understand it. I was curious. So uh, there were some friends that told me, my cousin as well, and I'm glad actually that I that I tried to understand something. And a few years later, I kind of orange pilled my husband. So because I started to study, and I think that that's the should be the base layer, the steering Bitcoin. So my story is just beginning with Ethereum, understanding that I don't want to use Ethereum since it's not valuable. And I'm Raleigh. I'm an artist as well. I am an ambidextrous artist, which is something quite unique. As some people can say, only 2% in the world are ambidextrous, which means that you can basically use both of your hands. Like you can draw with the left hand or with the right hand. And I recently found out that Cristiano Ronaldo, he's ambidextrous with his legs. And which is very cool because your brain is capable to focus not only on art part, and you can be good at math, and you can do like so many more things when you explore your creativity through trying what you're actually capable of. And I don't think that I was born with it, but I kind of, when I started writing with the right hand, I always wanted to try with the left one. So I just kind of tried and tried. And now it's just the ambidextrous part is open. So um, Bitcoin is the way of expressing it with all of the tools that I have. It could be with wax, for example, these cards that I have, and some people really like them in the conference, and they bought a few of them. So paintings, like not 21 as I wanted to be like 21, maybe 21 million. But yes, I have 16 paintings, like Bitcoin paintings. And it just, I felt that I can use, as you said, that everyone is creative, but I felt that this is what I can express. Like it's connected to something that I believe in, and it's revolutionary. Uh, Life is better knowing what helps you to live. It's just living it in a different level. So if I should describe who I am, it's not very possible. If it's ID, I can say that's my ID. Here it's written my name when I'm born or stuff like that. But it's just for the government, you know. So yes, I'm changing. Let's say that way. I'm not who I was a few years ago. So with every year, I am changing.
Raleigh, you mentioned a number of very interesting things there. Number one, being an ambidextrous artist. At first, I thought you were going the direction of like you're a polymath, like this idea of doing many types of art, but no, literally, you're talking about being able to use both hands and the connection to the brain, right? Because your brain is normally 98% of people I understand, like myself, are either right-handed or left-handed. And I played sports growing up. If you can shoot or hit or whatever with both hands, you have a tremendous advantage. And so it's cool to hear that you're utilizing that. I know you do so many types of art. You mentioned the wax. We got one of your cards. Also the painting and just like physical things too, like the shells. I love the idea that you can create inspiration. So before we get like down the creativity path, which I think is just extremely fruitful for everybody, even if you don't think you're creative, it's not about creativity and art are not the same thing. So I'm curious first though, because you figured out that Ethereum and Bitcoin are not the same thing, that there's a difference between the two. And can you explain how you came to that conclusion?
I came to that conclusions when they stopped having a proof of work. So it's a proof of stake. And this is not valuable. So that was the moment that I decided that Ethereum is definitely not worth it. And also, not knowing who is Satoshi Nakamoto, it's amazing. Like it shows that that's the right way. It's the right way, that it should be that way. That we all should be Satoshi.
Yes, it's like anyone who understands Bitcoin doesn't spend their time trying to figure out who Satoshi is, because at the end of the day, it doesn't actually matter, right? And so right now, there's this, the last couple of weeks, there was a big, I don't know if you guys caught wind of this in Bulgaria, but in the US, I think it was the New York Times, the New York Post, one of these big corporate newspapers, some guy did a big deep dive and figured out that it's Adam Back. Adam Back is Satoshi. And so there's just been a big, you hear about this at all?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You're on social media. You guys have a finger on the pulse. Okay. Awesome. So, you found Bitcoin, and how, the real question, because Bitcoin is, a lot of discussion obviously around the price, and that's great. When the price goes up, all of our purchasing power of Bitcoin holders purchasing power goes up, but it's really like the least interesting thing. After a certain point, you're like, so the price of Bitcoin's already known, infinity divided by 21 million. For me, it's like, okay, end of story. Like, great. So once you understand that, then now you actually start to, your life, they say you don't change Bitcoin, Bitcoin changes you. So my next question is, I'm just curious how Bitcoin changed your approach to life, to art, your self-perception of, your mental health, like just any changes that you would say are just night and day between before and after understanding Bitcoin?
I dived into the philosophy of Bitcoin. So um, I've always been curious about the philosophy and life in general. So I wanted to understand the idea of it. So we're using money, but do we know what is money? Um, and who is controlling them? So if they're controlled, I understand that they're corrupted. So Bitcoin, no one is controlling it. It's for us. So the philosophy behind it, it's what it really like grabs me so much, and I really wanted to understand it more and more. And these days, I actually I have written a book about it, like the art behind Bitcoin. So it's uh, explaining Bitcoin in artistic ways, like in different artistic ways. It's just all of the ways that I'm grateful. I'm grateful that Satoshi Nakamoto actually inspired me inside, I can say, because I don't think that I understand it even that much when I saw you for the first time. And these few months, I decided um, to dive more and more because there's so much to learn as well. Like even the technical part is also so interesting. So you can, yeah, this the process of studying it. It's what makes it. Um, it's worth it. It's just worth it. And if you just start with it, like you can you'll get curious. I'm pretty sure that people will get curious with all kinds of books or like conferences. And yes, it's changed my life through being more and more curious and understanding that it's just um, it's time. It's time more and more people to study Bitcoin.
That's what it's all about. And I love that you started the conversation on it because one takeaway that I had from Bulgaria is, why is Bulgaria adopting Bitcoin maybe more than my hometown? And it's largely because of the education that's done in the community, like people like George Monilov creating books in the Bulgarian language so Bulgarians can consume Bitcoin content. And so, yeah, I really subscribe to this idea that education is like not a cliche. It's actually something, because Bitcoin is so new and so different than anything that we've seen before. It makes us question like so many fundamental things that we assume to be the case. So with that, like, how are we supposed to communicate about this thing without a strong base layer of education? That's how I kind of think about it. And the other thing I've asked you, in the film, I was actually just editing the day that we spent together. I was working on it a bit yesterday. And I asked you, why are we here at this beautiful castle? And you had the same answer to what you just said, which is it's worth it. And I think, it's such a short answer, but it packs so much into it, because that's ultimately what humans do, is we make decisions on if something is worth it or not, right? Is it worth it for me to study Bitcoin? Yes, it is, right? And that's why we do what we do. So yeah, I think that there's just something to be said about, you can't tell someone everything about Bitcoin, but if you can say, look, like, it's changed my life in this way, and I think it's worth it for you to look into this. That's like the least pushy way, and maybe a really effective way of bringing people on board.
Yeah, I just wanted to add about, like, as you said, that it's your principles, like, what is worth it. Like, if you have moral principles, or just like what it's valuable for you, and this is how it should be. Like, it just, you have to have principles. Just adding to what is worth it, like quality questions. They're creating quality life. So it's just more and more thinking, and positive thinking. Yeah.
And how, is there any example of that beyond just like spending patterns, like how you make decisions differently with the understanding of Bitcoin?
It just, decisions are what they're shaping our life in a daily basis. So when I decided to learn more about it, and I created so many like AI lessons and videos about Bitcoin, because it was my decision. It was my decision that I know that this is what it's it's everything that I want other people to understand as well. I want them also to learn it, but as I said, I don't want to push it. Like, it's worth it is enough. So it's my decision to dive into it, and to spread it to the world, to orange peel more and more people. Not because it's other people are orange peeling. It's just because we all understand this. We are all Satoshi, and it becomes a mission. It really becomes a mission once you really feel it. And I feel this is Bitcoin. This is what I wanna do, and I am a Bitcoiner. That's it.
Especially when it comes to creativity, having some like deep source of purpose beneath what you're doing is so critical, because it will be challenging, right? And the other thing I'll add is the word decide. I think I heard this through Robert Breedlove, so I'm just stealing this from him, but the etymology of the word decide is like to cut off. So like a decision is actually, it's not the same as a choice. A decision is like, you basically are saying no to everything else that comes in, that could be a possibility if you don't do the thing that you actually choose. So it's like removing like the infinite possibilities and deciding, no, I'm going to actually do this one thing, which is very powerful when you realize like
Yes,
All
this
we have
one
is
thing
time.
is actually everything, if you think about it, because it is everything. Yes, it's not only money, it's energy, it's the lightning network, it is everything. It's just your principles, your vision, your life. It's just so much. Like it's helping you, it's hope for humanity, and it's just it's such a easy decision actually after you understand it. Um, but yeah, it's. I really, really want to orange peel more and more people. It's just they'll be happier definitely. And now Bitcoin is off like 30%, so they can buy more. Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
Now's the time. Like if you've done the studying, you know what's going on. The fundamentals, the properties of Bitcoin have not changed. It's been TikTok next block, while the price has gone down like 50% or whatever. It's a great time to get involved in Bitcoin. And I just was telling someone the other day, I was at the grocery store and this guy in front of me in line was like complaining about his stock investments. Like he's like, oh, there's this stock I'm thinking about buying. It's 684. It was $15 and maybe it's going to go up again. And I'm like, man, study Bitcoin. And he's walking away going, Litecoin's not doing anything. Bitcoin. He's just, it was fun.
it sounds like he's like going to a casino, you know, just some betting on this or that. It is addiction. The shit coins are exactly like the casino. It's that's it. It just yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you know what risk you're taking and you want to spend your time like assuming that risk, awesome. For me, the beautiful part about Bitcoin is not having to deal with that and just living my life. And basically, my entire savings is just on. It's like I don't have to spend time and energy figuring out where to put the money because I just
Yes.
save in the best asset. So, you and Ivan recently made a website. I don't even know how to describe it. It's much more than a website. BTC Family. How can you just tell us like how that started, what the goal is, what you guys are building with that?
Right. This website actually it was spontaneous because I wanted my website. He wanted his website. Mine was about art and Bitcoin Heads Up, the game that I created as well. And his site was about again education and podcasts. And then we were like why we have separate like websites? Let's do something interesting. And yes, it became btcfamily.eu. So over there you can find Bitcoin diploma, which is the student book that the students they actually study in El Salvador, and it's translated in Bulgarian, and also you can find it in English. So uh, so you have this information there. You can check it out, and you can also after studying through the student book, you can check out, of course, if you want my paintings or his podcasts, some of his amazing articles and ideas there. Um, and of course, my books. I have actually two books. One of them is The Art Behind Bitcoin. The other one is like Bitcoin is Inspiration. But it's only in Bulgarian. Bitcoin is inspiration as it's a poetry, like Bitcoin poetry. And yes, it was just so excited to write, as I like writing, so I was like, this is how I can express what I think. So I just it started so spontaneously with the writing, but it's just that it I couldn't sleep without if I'm not like doing something about it, and it's just sometimes it just hits you, you know, like do it now. When you have an idea and it's just you have to do it, you know. So yes, and then we created another game. It's not only Bitcoin heads up. There is a the hanging man. Yeah, but it's a Bitcoin hangman. So yes, you have to guess the letters, and if you know the Bitcoin glossary. And also, there's a Bitcoin glossary in the student book of the Bitcoin diploma, which is that is written for El Salvador students. So there's a glossary. You can study it, then you can play the game. So much information about everything that you can actually use, and get into it. Ah, yeah, yes, exactly. Yes, we can play.
I kind of want to play it. It
Yes, we
looks
can play.
fun.
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
All right, I guessed E.
Okay.
Let's see. I'm gonna guess
Um,
S. Okay.
so,
Okay, we got two
okay.
S's. I'm gonna guess D. Ooh.
Hmm.
Oh wow.
Okay,
What's after? What could
what
be
could it
after
be? Yeah,
T?
there's so many, so
Okay, I'm
many
doing pretty
terms
well.
and
SE.
different words.
This is electric podcasting
Yeah.
right now. I got to go
Isn't
quick.
it like
What the
study something?
heck?
No, it's not one.
It's in
I
English,
cannot
yeah.
see
Okay.
here.
Oh, here we go.
Yes, it is.
I got
Yeah.
two. I got two more. Let's go. O. Oh, I know what it
Self
is.
custody.
Self custody. There
Yeah,
it is.
I love that.
That is so cool. I love
Yes.
it. So, well, it's just like this is what it's all about is like creating stuff. Like no one, this is creativity, right? It's not necessarily art, but like it's a way to interact with Bitcoin. Because I was actually thinking about this yesterday. Bitcoin is so hard to
Mm,
visualize because it's code, it's software, it's a network. Like when someone says like what is Bitcoin, you can't, it's hard to show a photo, right? Like what's the visual, right? And in my mind, it's the network and the nodes connecting. And I have this visual in my head of like the base layer nodes and the lightning network nodes, and
yes.
then the human being social layer nodes, like all sort of like interplaying and connected. So yeah, I just want to say it's hard to understand, and I really think that art and creativity helps people because not all of us learn by reading or just listening. So
Yeah, and like studying through all kinds of entertaining ways. Games are definitely uh, very, very cool, and that's how I teach. You know that I'm an English teacher, like tutor actually. So yeah, it's always with games, and that's why I decided like let's create Bitcoin games. Yeah.
and the other thing I noticed with your art is it's all very generally, not all of it, but a lot of it's very colorful, very optimistic. Like when I see it or experience it, I think like very positive thoughts. But you know, there's this element of like resistance or like anti-system. Like, hey, let's really like have a revolution here. So I'm thinking, is there value in your mind of art as like a method for resisting tyranny, power, centralization, anything like that?
Yes, yes, and yeah, that's a beauty of it, but also it's not the beauty because with the NFTs they use so much AI and they just made it worse. And I researched it that it's like 90% made by AI. It's not even by humans, I mean, even if you're prompting it, it's still like it's not the same as well. But most of it is like with bots, and I really felt that we're going in a wrong way if we're using so much AI for our art, like exactly art, as the feeling of painting and making something with your hands. This is what the humans are made for, like expressing it, and going that way with all of the like fake art. I can say that it's just it's not it's not human art. I'd say that way. It's not human art. So I'm trying to not care about it, but at the same time, is I don't want it. I don't want it there. So yeah.
Yeah, you also in the scene that we filmed together, maybe I can jog your memory because it's an incredibly important thing to understand that like these tools, these technologies can be very beneficial. Of course, we're recording a podcast from the opposite side of the world. It's amazing, but it has downsides as well. So I'm
Yes,
right.
actually.
I'm just
Yeah.
curious how you
Yeah.
navigate, having like, what's your practice in terms of creating versus consuming? Like, do you consume podcasts, consume other people's art? How do you think about that influencing your art? Do you start by creating? Like, where are you at in terms of that balance?
I like both of it. I mean, I like looking at different types of art and recreating similar to it, but I like more when I just do something that is totally unusual, let's say, and then from it I have an idea. And I remember when I started. painting the Satoshi Nakamoto looking at himself in the gallery, looking at the statue in Lugano. It was just a spontaneous idea of and I started trying and trying, and then like I wanted to make it 3D. So it just I'm using different tools. Like I mean, I like looking at art, creating something similar, but at the same time, I'm trying something else and using different techniques. Um, Listening to podcasts, I like podcasts, but to be honest, it's just I listen not more than 20 to 30 minutes because there's so many other things that I want to do as well, and I'm a mom, so it's just like it's good that you can switch to 2 times, like to listen it faster, like 2 times faster, so you can still listen to what you're interested in, and it could be a little bit faster so you can have time to paint or you to cook or so what I want to do for the day. And definitely training. Without training, the day is not good. So, yes. Yeah. So um, yeah, that's my answer.
It's beautiful. I'm the way I see you and Ivan is like these two very like mission driven, hardworking, focused people. But I also look at your relationship and I see that you guys take intentional time to connect. You have practices like going to the beach in the morning. Can you talk about the relationship side, like how you guys connected, why you guys are a great match, and how you guys have navigated the challenge of understanding Bitcoin, making life decisions to live in this present moment now, but also create a future for Maggie and the next generation?
Oh,
I'm just
yes.
asking you massive questions
Yes.
today. By the way, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it was going to be just like big, difficult to
Yeah.
answer questions. That's what we're here
Yeah.
for.
Yeah, but these quality questions, as I said, create quality life, and it's good to think about relationships and how to uh, maintain the emotions. So, what is important for you and for the other person? So, showing that you care on a daily basis. This is our secret. Let's say that way. Like I understand that if I'm not feeling well, I still have to put an effort to just not hide that I'm not feeling well. But it's just like you have to understand yourself first why you're not feeling well about certain things. I'm asking myself questions. Actually, and I'm writing something, and then I'm sharing with him, and then we start talking. So it's going to an interesting conversation. So I'm saying to him, I've read this, and I understand that. For example, even today, I was reading The Noticer. That's one of my favorite books, and we're starting discussing it. So I that's what it is, like discussions that are meaningful, and it was about parenting. So the second part of the book is about parenting, and there's this person Jones that he's giving a course about parenting, and there it is, Maggie. So we have so much to learn from each other, and I grow with him. So if our relationship is not growing, it's dying. If I'm not showing on a daily basis that I want to learn as well and I want to share it with him, it's something we will not be that close. And I realize it, like he realizes it. So uh, interesting conversations, um, topics that are important for us, building something together. Uh, we decided to homeschool Maggie, as you know that. Our decisions are going to change her life. Like she's going to have a definitely completely different life from my life going to school. So we have so much things to discuss, and Yes, that's my answer. Yeah.
We were raised a certain way, of course, and we see how our parents raised us. We obviously are impacted by that. We're going to do naturally a lot of the things that we were taught how to do. This is how we handle conflict and these things. Not all those things are always healthy. And so it's our job. I think it's our job to sort of reset that, and try and, instead of just do things out of habit, like really evaluate what's the best way to raise our kids. And homeschooling is something that Bitcoin has led me to really not just think is like a crazy
Yeah.
challenge or something. It's really, it's the only way, because for me, the question, Daniel Prince said this, and it's just true. It's like, who's going to educate and raise your kid? Is it going to be you, or is it going to be the state? It's like, those are the two options. So for me, it's like obviously going to be me or my life partner. So what does that look like now? You guys, Maggie's less than 2 years old. She's turning two in August, correct?
Yes, yes. Actually, 31st of July, one day before August. But yes, she's amazing. This is like it was my dream. It was my dream definitely to become a parent, mother, and mm, everything that's going on. Like it's she's not at the time that she can talk, but she can walk. She can walk, and she's trying to say some words. So it's interesting to teach her in some way to pronunciate it. Also, not only in Bulgarian but in English. So I would like her to have this confidence of knowing two languages at a young age. And she will be capable because I will spend the time, not some teacher at school. So that's my decision. Of course, with Ivan, we wanted that. So we speak in English in front of her so she can observe us, like she understands that we're speaking other language. She can like she understands that we're saying something in Bulgarian, I think, because she tried to say hi, bye, in Bulgarian. But now in English, I'm pretty sure that she will be capable as well.
Yeah, if languages are protocols, then English is the most like common protocol. So I do think that like one of the most important things that you can do is like communicate well in English, especially if you want to be in the Bitcoin community and live in an international way. That's awesome.
Yes.
How
Yes.
has it? So how, since I was there, I saw you guys had just moved to Burgos, and maybe talk to me about that decision to go from a major city to a place where you're not starting from scratch totally. It's still Bulgaria, but building a community, starting to onboard some merchants. I think in the first week that you were there, you had onboarded the baked potato place, which was fun to visit and spend
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
how's the community building going? What have you guys been doing since then?
Yes, it's the best decision ever. Honestly, it just I really love here this city. It's not the same as the capital. It's definitely it's for family orientated. There are not too many people like in the capital of Bulgaria, and the sea is amazing. Like it just it fits right, and yes, decisions are what shapes our life. So on a daily basis, choosing something, and as I said, this is really a really great decision, not only for our health but uh, for experiencing something new as well. It's just uh, again growing, going to find new community, new friends. Recently, we got invited on a birthday party with actually a homeschooling mom that I met. So I was so happy that like I really wanted to find also like a woman that she thinks in a way that she wants to homeschool her children. They're not going to a kindergarten, so you know we're manifesting meeting new people that are close to what we value, and we question everything in life, and we want to learn more and more. So I hope that with the manifesting, the things will go even better and better. So I'm very grateful as well that I've met this This woman that she has two little uh, kids that they invited it on the party. And actually, I met her today with her girl. For now, like they're not Bitcoiners. We'll see. Who knows? Like we're going to the place where I pay with Bitcoin, which means that you will pay very soon as well. So, yes, decisions and. Acting on it, finding like action more. That's all about life. It's just that I haven't lived only in Burgas. I lived for 3 years in England. I used to be in San Francisco and in the Rehoboth Beach, which is such a small town in Delaware. So it's just and it's just changing and. When you're finding the way um, to to feel good as well because when you make a decision it, it is how you should just appreciate the beauty of every place as well because there's so many people that they have different visions of life and the way that they grown up here, for example, because we have in Burgas there are so many birds that are different from those in Sofia, and they're like grabbing your food, and they just told me like that I should be careful because I'm like eating outside and like just to manage that is just something unusual for me. And yes, just learning new different things, how to enjoy life and on the beach. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
it gets me thinking about this idea of creativity because it's not just like I said, it's not just about creating art. It's actually like a mindset, almost like a way of living. And many, like we have, maybe you and I share this, and Ivan as well, like this desire to experience the world, to see new things and learn more. Like
yes,
life is just, that's what life is all about. And what I see you guys doing is taking trips to see like places that might be an hour away that so many people would never visit just because it's like, we're going to wait for the vacation to go to Belize, or not Belize from where you're at. I don't know. You guys, I'm
summer,
sure, travel outside of
summer.
Bulgaria, but there's something
Oh
about
yeah,
like seeing the little
yeah.
things, right? Stopping to smell the flowers, noticing the birds. Like
Yes, today Maggie was so excited with the flowers. Yes, yes, exactly.
you mentioned manifesting, which is something many people just dismiss as like woo woo, but I've found some value in it. I'm curious if you have like any advice for what that actually looks like. Is it journaling? Is it you guys having a conversation together and speaking something into existence? Like, is it meditating on it? Like, what would you advise somebody if they're interested in this idea of like just elevating your mind? Is how I kind of think about it.
Visualizing, visualizing. I I'm trying to imagine the things that I want, and they happen. Honestly, they happen. I'm still like so. It, I don't even know how to explain it, but it's so unusual inside. Like it's unbelievable. Let's say that I visualize something and it happens exactly the way that I wanted it, and it helps to even to it's like practicing of already happened, and yes, we're manifesting it by also talking. You can write it down, but visualizing it and dreaming about it, like just let yourself dream. Just lay down and imagine that you are singing, and then you feel on sing, or just do something else, or you're on stage. It's just whatever you want, just visualize it. And there's so much energy that, like, it's you're really bringing it to the world. It's like magic. It's honestly, if I can say what it is, I think it. We are all energy, so only the magicians they think that I think they succeed. So if you find the energy inside that can create that magic so your life can go in the directions that you imagine, it is possible. And if you, of course, if you say to yourself bad things and you always are worried and angry or something, it's just you won't have the dream that you wanted. So it's really your energy where you focus it. Where focus goes, energy flows. So yeah.
It's true. And I was just having a conversation yesterday about this exact topic. A friend of mine has had just a really rough last couple months. He had like a lightning node hacked, and then he had his laptop stolen. He's a software engineer, programmer, and he told me he's literally on his phone, like using his phone with a monitor to vibe code and do his work, and how he's just he was in a very negative mindset, of course, which is like reasonable. I would be too in that situation. But I told him, I said, man, like you need to stop speaking negatively about the opportunities in front of you. He was saying things like, there's no jobs for me. I'm never going to get hired. I might as well give up on software engineering. I'm like, dude, you have incredible skill. I know you personally. You're a great communicator. Sometimes we need somebody else to like shake us out of this like negative mindset, because it's just not helpful. Like if you want to stew in the negativity for a day or two, that's fine. But at a certain point, yeah, it's I think that's kind of what we're here for as like the Bitcoin community. We're aware that the days are not going to be easy ahead, but with the mission that we're on, it's like this is the only way. So yeah, I really appreciate that, and try and do it myself. Not always easy, but yeah, I've learned a lot from you guys about that. And the other thing I'll say on this like energy thing is it's so real. It's not even a question.
Yes, it is magic. It is magic.
I heard one of the best talks I've ever heard from this guy, Tom, from Germany, while I was in Medellin, Colombia. And he was talking about how like things have different frequencies. Fiat has like a much lower frequency. Like the idea, the system is like this low frequency system that extracts and steals, whereas Bitcoin is a much higher frequency. So when you align your time and energy with something of higher frequency, many people throughout history use religion or various like spiritual practices, but there's something there, because when you meet people that are in tune with that good energy, you feel it immediately. I go all over the world. I meet people in Bulgaria and South America, whatever, and there's this energy that is like almost the exact same, even though the people are so different. So just an observation there. How do you see art as an industry changing? Do you have any advice for somebody who's an artist in another field? Maybe it's my roommate who's a glass blower, and talking about how to plug into this positive energy and this movement, this revolution of Bitcoin. Like, what would you do if you're, about Bitcoin, you're an artist? Like, how do you start to bring those things together?
Okay, to bring these things together, it's just like stirring your coffee. So you can mix them. Yes, you can mix them. Like if you really like coffee and you really like Bitcoin, yeah, the things are getting in your mind. I I see so many creative art and so many creative Bitcoiners that are artists. So yes, it is about trying. So when you try, um, and try until you like it, until you like what you've done. So, and you think that this is good. So try it. Everyone that is really into it and can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, and like don't let perfect be the enemy of good, or I forget the quote, but yeah, like many artists have this like perfection idea, like I can't share my work or put it out in the world till it's of a certain caliber. I think there's a lot of things that I look around, I'm like, man, there's so much slop out there. Just put it out, just just make something and put it out. Chances are somebody is gonna like it. So that would be my encouragement, is like, just don't worry about being perfect early on. Like you're gonna look back, no matter what you do, anything you start, you're gonna look back after doing it 50 times or more and laugh at how bad you were. So that'd be one thing I say there. So I have a question. Maybe it's a harder one to answer. But what do you think the biggest challenges or roadblocks that you have in your life around creativity specifically, but just, I mean, in general, like what's something that you're trying to overcome, or you're aware that maybe it's holding you back? Is there anything you're working on?
There were times that I used to have lots of um, things in mind and insomnia, for example. So I overcame it. So it's not the best when you go to sleep, and it's not you cannot sleep because you're excited. This is the good one, but it's just because uh, there were times that I didn't like the way that I was living. Where was I living? I was in England, for example, and there were many things that were happening at the time. So when I had that insomnia, I understood that I have to do something about it, and that's why I decided to understand more about the meditation and how I can just, um, you know, calm myself and let myself to sleep. Even hypnosis, I started reading a book about it by Richard Bandler. So, um, so to go behind my mind and to delete something that was triggering my buttons, let's say the emotions, and I couldn't sleep. So, um, finding out, like, just again, like the hypnosis, kind of like imagining your mind, just something like a little screen is going on the back in the back, and just it's getting smaller and smaller, and you can laugh about something that was horrible, um, and only because you're visualizing something that was hard to move on. Uh, so now in my life everything is really good, and I'm grateful for it. You just asked me, but for now I don't have that insomnia, or I am not practicing the hypnosis visualization, so I can just go through the traumas and stuff that happened to many of us. Like it's life, but it's not that life happens to you; it's how you react to it. So yes, your body, your mind can trick you, and you can just not sleep. And after a few days, you can be just like a zombie. So you know that you have to do something about it, and you have to find the right decision. So for everyone is different. So I found it when it was time, and it wasn't that easy. So no one is saying that it's going to be easy, but you have to just go and go. Never give up, as basically everyone says, never give up, but it's really about never giving up. And yes, that was one of the moments that I really had like not feeling well about it. And of course, when I found out that I have like a cyst in my brain, and then I was happy that it's not a tumor, and there were so many other things. And it's just like you're yes, Kyle. I had it like 3 years ago, and yeah, and life could be good, but in some way, it's just your health can go to the trash, and things can happen, and then how you react. It's really how you react. Like it's not easy, but it's again like push yourself to not die and find a way to meditate. And hypnosis is definitely what I think is good to try and to see how your mind will react to it. Yeah.
So if anyone is interested, who is the website made for? What btcfamily.eu, if you want to educate your kids, if you want to educate yourself, like who is it made for, and why should someone go check it out? And what can we do to just stay involved with you guys and play some of the games, buy some of the art? Like what, just point us in the right direction.
As Bitcoin is for everyone, BTC Family website is for everyone as well. You can learn from it. You can listen to some of the podcasts there. You can listen to the AI created lessons by me. Some of the games you can try. You can, if you want, after that, after understanding it, you can, if you want, buy some of the paintings that I created. But first, Bitcoin is for everyone. So this website is definitely made for everyone. Yeah. Artists or not artists is for you.
It is. Bitcoin is for everyone. And I'm just going to share a few pieces of art that this my roommate made. It's like a glass cup. I don't know if you can see the bottom. You can't, but it has a Bitcoin logo like stamped on the bottom.
Kinda. Yeah.
And behind me, I've
Yeah.
got two things that I just have to pull up from Bulgaria. I've got the children's book from
Oh yes,
Stoyan and
yes, for the
Mira.
kids.
Then I've also
Yeah.
got one of these from
Yeah.
Damian.
Yeah, I'm still using that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
these are so cool. The way he makes these, basically, my understanding is that he puts water on top of the wood and then electric.
Yeah, he told me actually. I spoke with him. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're interested, I
He
was
was in
just.
the conference.
Yes, he was in the conference. I was actually talking to him just the other day, and he says he's going to be building his business, expanding. And I said, man, we got to get these in more Bitcoiners' hands because they're beautiful. Too beautiful to actually cut things on, I'll
They're
say.
awesome.
But yeah, awesome to just have in the house. So beautiful. Well, Raleigh, thank you so much. And I really appreciated talking to you today. And I'll be in touch very soon. You guys are in my mind more than you know. So thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much.